Jeremy, do you want to start off with the exciting news that's come out this morning about yourself?
Yeah, so obviously, super exciting for myself. Signed a further 3 years for the club. I'm super stoked to be able to stay there for at least the following 4 years. I came here with a clear intention to play that wing forward role, but it obviously worked out a little bit differently. But I've really enjoyed the last 2 seasons with the Pies. I still had a year running coming into this season, but to get an extension was good from the club to show a bit more faith in myself, and looking forward to what the years to come.
How was it to get a quick tour of dialysis there? I noticed a little bit of cheek. One of those patients there had something to say about your mark last year.
Yeah, I met Jason in dialysis edge before, Collingwood man, and seems like a smart one as well. So no, he had a bit of a dig at me about mark of the year, but it's all good faith.
Are you back in full training yet?
Nah, so not yet. So still modified with my calf. Still trying to build the blocks up to try to get back into full training, and obviously the match sims ramp right up, so I need to get back in as soon as I can.
Is it something that's been it's been going along for some time now? Do you feel like it's getting better, or is it sort of still grumbling a little bit?
Yeah, so I was a little bit grumbly probably last week. From the Gold Coast, didn't really. I was progressing quite well, and then I didn't have an episode, but just pulled up sore. So I suppose at this time of year, it's not really worth trying to push it through sores. May as well get it right, and then, like I said, get back into full training because the games are coming around quick.
Preseason games on the agenda, or you don't think you'll be ready for any of those?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our first JLT is not for another 4 weeks, and then second one's 5. So I think well and truly I'll be fit and fine, ready to go for that.
What's changed at Collingwood over summer pre-season, have you noticed?
I think it's been well documented that the energy and the positivity and that around the joint has been really good, and that stems all the way through from the playing group to the coaches and admin and everything. We've clearly had a few shuffles in roles, and then obviously got a couple of new coaches in as well. And I don't know, the energy just seems to be uplifted. The boys are upbeat. I think everyone feels good at this time of year, but the general feel at the club is super positive.
A couple of former Gippy Power boys in amongst the ranks today. Are they sort of happy to get back to their neck of the woods?
They are. So we've got Blairy, Pendles and Goldie. So Jason in dialysis, he was all over it. Reckons he watched the boys coming through. So obviously it's great to come down here and touch base with their local community as well, and they really enjoy it.
Jeremy, not too concerned by the number of guys you've got still modified at the moment. I mean, yourself, Darcy Moore, Jamie Elliott, Alex Fasolo. Yeah,
we've got a few. Ideally we'd love them to be out there, but in saying that, I think everyone's progressing quite well. Darcy going into a new role, you'd like him to be full training, all the time. But like I said, he's progressing well, and I don't think there's any real concern for the start of the season.
Have you worked closely with Darcy? He's a pretty guy that likes to go for his marks, pretty attacking sort of player. Have you worked closely with him?
Yeah, so coming in, Darcy's pretty much just been like a big sponge. He comes to myself and Lyndon Dunn. Obviously, he'll be playing probably that centre half back role, but like you said, he reads the play quite well, very good in the air. So I think that'll be a super strength for him. So reading the play from behind the ball, I find is a bit easier, and I think it'll be super for his confidence. But I reckon he'll have huge impact.
As you said before, you came to Collingwood with the idea that you'd play a different role, but you're obviously quite settled down back now. Yeah,
I guess. Like I said before, that it wasn't the role that I came here for, but I definitely grabbed it, and I feel like I've probably put together my most consistent 24 months of footy. So until Bucks touched me on the shoulder and asked me to go forward again, I think I'll spend the majority of the time down on the half back.
There'd be a real leadership opportunity down there for you as well, with so many young players in that area.
Yeah, we've got a fairly young group down there. It's now Goldie's gone back into the forward line. We've got Lyndon Dunn, who's quite experienced and been offering a lot to the young guys down there. But like you said, it's a good opportunity. Lead by example, teach them a bit of knowledge. But young group are always full of enthusiasm and looking forward to the season.
There's plenty happening at the club this time last year with the coach and his future and that sort of thing. Is the weight sort of been lifted this year time around, do you reckon?
Yeah, I think obviously locking Bucks in for a couple of years, the external noise definitely dropped. But in terms of the way he's been going about it, he hasn't really changed his way he's been going about it. But there is like I said, that positive vibe amongst the group. Everyone's excited at this time of year, just waiting for games to start, and then I'm sure the external noise might pick up.
You obviously very high on intercept marks within the league, and also obviously Collingwood. Does that Darcy's arrival and him backing himself for marks, does it change the way you will approach it this season?
Personally?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's just, I suppose, as many guys down there as possible that can intercept the ball, I think you want. You've only got to look at the West Coast to have multiple players who can really win the ball back in that back half. And the way the game's going, as soon as you win the ball in the back half, as soon as you can get it forward as quick as you can, it seems to be a really good avenue of scoring. And he'll provide that, along with Sharon Berg and Tommy Langdon are also really good intercept players as well.
Your endurance is high. Do you push yourself this year to do more run and carry with the ball?
Yeah, I guess depending on who we play, on if say if it's an Adelaide with multiple talls, I think that's a role where I've got to play on a bit more of a taller opponent. But going into a side, say Richmond, for instance, where they got Rewalt and a lot of smalls, I think that introduces you to run a lot more. And yeah, like I said, depending on who we play, I'll probably vary the role week to week.
The last 2 flags have been won by teams that have been out of general consideration. What does that do to a team that's been outside the 8 as far as hope and optimism?
Yeah, I guess Bulldogs broke the consistent train of a team can't win it outside the top 4. Richmond, there wasn't much talk of them at the start of the season, but by far going into the finals and then through the finals, they were by far the best team. And just a team of role players that really just got the job done when they really needed to, and they were doing the basics better than anyone. And really simple but effective game plan, and they proved it on the big stage. And it just gives everyone hope that no matter where you think you are, that you definitely have an opportunity to get it done.
4 years is a long time without finals for a club like Collingwood. They're back-bucks in, put new assistant coaches around him. So how much pressure does that put on the players to finally deliver the results?
I think Collingwood being such a big club, such a big supporter base that it's everyone's expecting them to be up there as everyone wants to. So I think the coaches that we've got around now, Justin Longmuir with the defensive coach has been super, bringing a bit of stuff from West Coast. Buddha Hocking's been really good for the mids, and then Robert Harvey's moved into the midfield as well. And Kevy White, our head of fitness, the fitness that we're doing at the moment is a little bit different, but I think it'll suit the way that we want to play. And the pressure will come whether or not everyone goes by the wins and losses, but we're more concerned about the way we go about it.
Mason Cox is looking all right in some of the scratch matches. I mean, chance to go to another level.
Yeah, I think his confidence has never been an issue for the big fella, but as you probably know, but I think being 7 foot, he's quite athletic as well. So when he gets a run and jump out, he's got hands like Stewie Lowe. So he's progressed, his fitness has got up. He really provides something a bit different in the ruck to support Brodie, and looking forward to what he can produce this year.
Today, is he watching the Super Bowl?
No, he's actually up in the NT, so he's up there with Tennant Creek, I think, with a few of the other boys. But he'll be watching it live on his phone, no doubt.